Hey everyone, this is John from Chaotic Commander, and today we have an awesome pod lineup for everyone. So these are all bracket 3 decks, so we'll see how well they match up against each other. Some are very bracket 3 and some are barely bracket 3. We'll figure it out as the game goes on.
One card.
Right, right. I don't think I have any game changers in this deck. It's just a bracket 3 for some reason. Anyways, today I'm going to be playing my Ygra Eater of Squirrels deck. So I make a very big kitty, and it's very scary, but I have exactly one way to give it trample in the deck, so it's not that scary. Can be chopped. But it's a fun deck, and I like making tokens, so whatever. But enough from me. Let's introduce our first guest. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
All right. Hey, everybody. Koga back again with Chaotic Commander. Thank you again for having me. I am going to play my Atlapalani Nest Tender deck. This is Dinosaur Typal. Technically, according to Moxfield, this is a bracket 2. However, it is, again, it's dinosaurs. So it says it's 2. It's pretty much a mid to high 3. Are no game changers in here, but I mean, it's gonna go Jurassic Park. So
Yeah, I feel like the last game I played was also maybe not the last one. There was an Atla Palani game not that long ago, and it got terrifying. But enough from you, enough from me. Why don't we introduce our next guest? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, it is Proud Nerd back again. Proud Nerd 1 on Blue Sky, Proud Nerd on Mox Field. I am playing Bant Vehicles with Alistair the Brigadier as the commander. This is a 3 because it has one card in it that is a game changer. Otherwise, it would be a 2. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, cool. All right, last but not least.
Hey everybody, it's Spectra. You can find me everywhere at some combination of Spectra MTG or Spectra Sean. Today I am playing Ruhan of the Fomori. And if you thought vehicles was a fun theme, I've built Ruhan vehicles because if he picks someone bad to attack, I'm just going to stuff him in a boat and tell him to go elsewhere. In terms of bracket, this is a bracket 3 because I have one game changer. It is Smothering Tithe, and it's not because I need power, it's because I like having a bunch of artifacts hanging around. We'll see how it holds up at the table. I think I'm going to do some stuff, I'm going to dirtle some cards, and then I'm going to lose, but that's going to be a fun time.
So we're both running one game changer.
Right.
Yes.
And we're both running vehicles.
Yes. So we're
Okay, it's going to be great.
gonna have a bunch of cars wrecking into each other. It's gonna be awesome. All right.
It's going to be a demolition derby. Who loves it?
Demolition Derby, yeah.
We resolved mulligans and rolled to get to go first. Nerd, you got the high roll. Go ahead and
No,
take us away.
Koga did.
Oh, you
Oh,
got it.
that's right. Koga did get the 19, didn't he? God dang it. All right, go ahead.
yeah. All right. We'll start off nice and easy. Planes. Pass it along.
Cool.
I'm going to start with a port town, revealing this shiny island so that it comes in untapped. And I have a turn 1 play. It is a hot shot mechanic. It's a 2/1 that crews vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. And I will
Nice.
pass the turn.
So
All right, untap up, keep
So it's
draw.
just a pilot. That's cool.
It's a pilot,
Alright.
but it's a 2/1, not a 1/1.
We're going to start the artifacts and vehicles off early. I am going to play a Silver Bluff Bridge tapped, and I'll pass the turn.
Okay. I will draw.
Technically, I played an artifact too.
I will play a forest and I'll tap that for a Gilded Goose. I will also create an artifact and then I'll pass. Oh, get a little food.
Nice. Draw.
John has 3 things on his board after 1 turn. He is the threat.
Yeah.
Play a forest. And continue to chill. Pass it along.
Is there food tokens in Aether Drift?
No.
I don't think so. But
I don't think so.
I'm just going to play a tapped breeding pool, and because John has 3 things, I'll hit you for 2.
yeah, sure. Why not? I'll go to 38.
And I'll pass turn.
Tap. Draw off turn. Play a untapped spectator seating. I will tap that and the Silver Bluff Bridge for a Renowned Weaponsmith. I can tap it for 2 mana to spend that to cast artifacts and abilities. I don't have the other 2 cards in here, so it's not going to matter. It's literally just taps for 2 colorless for artifacts. That's the turn.
Okay, untap and draw. Ooh, okay. Play a swamp. I'll tap 2 for a Farseek. And I'll go get a swamp something or another, and then I'll just pass. I don't know if I have any, like...
Oh lord, he rampant.
We'll see. Huh?
I am going to play Cavern of Souls. I'm going to name dinosaurs. And then I'm going to tap 3 for a Scytheclaw Raptor. It is a 4/3 dinosaur. Whenever a player casts a spell, if it's not their turn, the raptor deals 4 damage to them. And I'm gonna pass it to Nerd.
I will untap. I will draw. I will play a Rejuvenating Springs, which comes in untapped. And I will tap 3 for my first vehicle, a Mighty Servant of Luco. It is a 6/6 trample for 3, which is fun. And it has Ward, discard a card, and whenever it becomes crewed for the first time each turn, if it was crewed by exactly 2 creatures, it gains, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw 2 cards until end of turn. There's a lot of text on it, and I will pass the turn.
I realize why they word things the way they do, but sometimes it's like you couldn't find a less wordy way. Draw off turn.
Yeah.
Apparently, I did not have a duel in my deck, so I just got a snow-covered swamp.
Oh, rip.
Because it's the coolest of the swamps.
No overgrown 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know.
Right, I'm going to play an island for turn, tapping 2 and a blue for a Psy Master Thopterist. When I cast an artifact spell, I create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. I can also sacrifice 2 artifacts for 1 and a blue to draw a card if I'm desperate. I'm going to need both of these pieces, so I'm going to pass a turn.
Okay.
I have him in this deck too.
Draw. You thought I was done ramping? You're wrong. I'll play a swamp turn. I'm going to tap 3 for a Heaped Harvest. I will go get a forest, and then I will pass.
Thanks. Tap. Keep the roll.
It will enter tapped.
I am going to do. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Tap 2 there for a Mind Stone. And yep. Sai has done me some dirty things in the past, so I think instead you want a basic land. I'm a Path to Exile Sai Master Thopterist.
Damn. Starting the hate early, huh?
It's not great, but I won't lie, it's not the worst thing. You said I can get a tapped basic. All right, I will go
Yeah,
grab
you get a basic land.
Yeah, that's actually not the worst thing in the world. Like I'm not thrilled, but I'd rather it go now before I get like used to it. I will snag a Plains because it's the only one I don't have 2 of. So I'll snag a Plains, and Sai is exiled.
Let's see.
Would you say that play made you sigh?
Damn.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
All right.
Come on, it was right there. It was right there.
And
It's really far. It's all the way in exile now. I can't get to it.
I'm gonna send my Raptor over at John. It is a 4/3.
I'm just getting attacked a lot for some reason. All right, I'll take 4.
Because you have no blockers and just keep ramping.
All right.
And then I'll pass it over to Nerd.
All right, I'll untap. I'll draw.
No blocker.
I will play an island. And I will tap 4 to bring out Alistair the Brigadier. So whenever I cast a historic spell, I make a 1/1 soldier, and then when he attacks, I can pay 8. That's not going to happen.
Yep.
I'm only playing him as the commander because he is Bant colors and he makes things that can crew vehicles.
Fair enough.
that makes sense.
I will. Sure. I will tap both of these to crew the Mighty Servant of Luco. And I will send a 6/6 trample at Spectra.
I am taking 6.
Okay.
And I will draw 2 cards. And I will pass the turn.
Tap. Draw for turn. Okay, it's not what I need now, but it's not the worst thing. Let's do a tap Power Depot.
Oh, okay.
And then 1, 2 red, and a blue. I swear to God, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Let me cast Royal Weatherlice Captain. Whenever I cast a historic spell, draw a card, and I'll pass.
That's a pretty good one.
It is a good one.
Pretty
I will
decent.
untap and draw.
I had 3 lands in my opening hand, but they were all tapped multicolor
I'm gonna-
lands. It's like that's objectively good, but it's slow.
I'm gonna pay 5. I'm gonna cast Ygra. Eater of all your creatures are now food. So when you sacrifice a food, or I sacrifice a food, Ygra gets bigger.
Do I?
Now, do they count as food when they enter? Like, does it? Is it
When-
a food? Is it a food on the stack? No.
No, other creatures are food. I'm assuming it's when they enter the battlefield.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't bad for me because this means
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm curious, because Alistair cares about historic spells. So if they are food when they enter, that trigger
you cast them as their normal type. They don't
right,
become artifacts until they land.
right.
It's one of the it's like Giada. It's one of the weird ones where it's not from cast. It's
Yes.
between casting and it hitting the battlefield is when it like changes, I guess.
Yeah. Then
Yes.
that is going to
But
be.
that does mean that we'll trigger all like based on number of
Yeah.
artifacts or historics on the field.
Yeah.
I will pass the turn. I do have a moderately scary blocker now, so I will hopefully not be attacked.
Yes, you do.
I think I'm just gonna keep getting banged around because I'm a guy. Because I'm open really. Because Lord knows I'm not getting rid of either of those.
Did you say because I'm a guy?
That is
Yeah.
what was said, huh?
Yeah, I did say that. I just, you know what? It's one of those. I started that sentence. I didn't really have a map for the rest of it.
I'd say, like, I feel like we're all guys here. But...
Yeah.
A bunch of guys hanging out on Friday night.
So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap 2 here,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna cast Naturalize, targeting the Mighty Servant of Luco. And for the ward cost, I will discard this Burning Sun's avatar.
Mighty Servant of Luco is deceased. For now.
Yes.
Oh, great.
And then Nerd, I'm gonna hit you for 4.
I will take 4.
There we go. There we go.
And then I'll pass it over to you.
Oh, so what you're saying is I need to have a 6/6 that is available as a blocker. That'll do it.
Well, I no longer have a 6/6 available, so.
I can make Ygra
No,
bigger.
but John had one. John had one immediately. He's like, all right, I'm swinging somewhere else.
Well,
I will
mean,
play this handy Academy Ruins as my land for turn.
It's a good one.
It is. I will tap.
I also had the thought of using that Naturalize on the hotshot mechanic, but because it was a creature, I didn't want Ygra to get bigger.
Yes, it's fair. Very fair.
I will tap 2 for a Chief Engineer.
I do like how you
Artif-
just left yourself wide open, though. It's hilarious.
Artifact spells I cast have Convoke.
Rad.
And then I will tap 1, 2, 3 for Kotori Pilot Prodigy,
Ooh.
which will make me a soldier.
Gives all vehicles crew 1, right?
Crew 2.
Crew 2, okay.
And at the beginning of combat on my turn, target artifact creature I control, which thankfully now is all of them.
Oh yeah, gross. Vigilance and lifelink.
Gets vigilance and lifelink until end of turn. So Koga, I will hit you for 3,
I will take 3.
and I will gain 3.
Pop, pop, pop.
Okay.
That is from
That's
Alistair.
from Alistair, so that is commander damage.
Yep. I just tracked it.
And I will pass the turn. So thank you for that, John.
Of course, of course.
God, I wish I had.
Unexpected synergy, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Play
really
tap.
good.
Sovereign Triumph.
Okay.
Yeah, there's never a great time for it. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Power Depot is modular 1. I always forget that line of text on it. So not useful most of the time. I will do 1, 2, 3, and a white. We're entering the game changer territory. I am going to play my Smothering Tithe.
Well, it's a good thing you use that naturalize.
In response to the Smothering Tithe.
You don't have to do this. I have 3 cards in hand.
It's not that. I'm just doing this so I don't have to pay for it.
Oh, that's way worse.
Having the Cavern of Souls to crack my Mind Stone to draw a card.
I understand. All right. Any other responses to Smothering Tithe?
Nope, not right now.
All right, then I will pass the turn.
Okay. Hunt. Rock. I will pay for the Smothering Tithe.
You got it.
All right, I'll
I
play.
will say, you turned off a card in my hand because I'm definitely not going to play it right now.
Alright, so now,
Koga, take your naturalize back.
My hands.
so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tap.
If it helps, mostly the treasures are artifact count.
I'm gonna
beyond anything.
tap the Gilded Goose, sacking the Heaped Harvester for green. So I'll go get a basic off of that. So green, and then
You gain 3, right?
no, I think it's only when I
Tap 2, sacrifice it. Gain
Yeah,
3
so
life.
I'm using the Gilded Goose.
Oh, you're yielding the Gilded Goose.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
so 4. So Ygra will get bigger still for a Hazel of the Root Bloom. So I will go get another forest. Ygra will get 2 bigger.
See, the treasures, I assure you, are not going to be the problem here.
And then, so I'll go
But you
get.
played a game changer.
I'll go,
You changed the game.
You're right. That Ygra is not one of the game changers in the command zone as bonkers, because I've never once played a game against an Ygra where it felt fair.
I have a Shield of the Apocalypse deck, and that's not a game changer in the command zone.
Yeah,
I actually also agree. That was one I had mentioned. Olivia actually asked for specific feedback on, like, hey, how does it feel? We're taking feedback. And I was like, I think a lot of the bracket system makes a lot of sense. I think a lot of it's good. I think that game changer list needs to be a lot bigger than it is, because there's a ton of cards that are left off. But it's like, yeah, Shield with the Apocalypse may not be listed as a game changer. When has that ever come in where everybody wasn't scrambling to find removal or copying abilities?
right.
Like that's it is the definition of game changing. It changes
Yeah.
the game when it lands.
right.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's the stupid thing about that deck is I could take 1 card out of it, and it would be a 2.
Oh yeah, but it
So-
would not play like that.
No, it would
I
not.
I'm still not gonna attack. I'm just gonna pass, and then Hazel will trigger. I will create another.
Koga has no blockers,
I know, but
and
Yeah.
Spectra probably won't block.
You're right.
yeah. Well, I'd rather have an untapped giant cat than a tapped giant cat, and I'll pass. That could get bigger at instant speed. So
There you go. The big thing with the brackets is I don't I like the way they're set up. I think as long as people pay attention to the intent of like, well, it plays like a 2, but it's in bracket 3 because of this card. That's one thing. It's when people say, well, I built it to the strictest letter of 2, but it does all this gross stuff, so it's still a 2. It's like, well, if you built it with gross stuff in mind, then that's a 3 because you're not paying attention to the intent of it.
Yeah.
But
It's like
that being said, getting millions of people, well, millions is a stretch, but getting thousands of people on board with having good intentions is really tough.
Well, that's like my Stella Lee Infinite Tutor combo deck. It technically would only be a 3 because it only has 3 game changers in it. But like it's a 4. So
Right. If you've tuned it to play like a 4, then it's a 4. But a lot of people just aren't going to be honest with themselves on it. And I am not accusing anyone here. I just mean in general, people are like, well, it's only a 3. No, it's not. What did you build it to do? You know better.
That's my problem with the bracket.
Yeah.
Game changers, because you will get people who like I said with my Shieldred deck, be like, oh well, it's only a 3 because of 1 card. So if I just take that card out, it's a 2. It's like, no, that doesn't change the deck at all. Like,
Right.
Oh no, my camera froze. God dang it.
You're good. I played a mountain, tapped for an arcane signet.
did you pay for your
I
smothering
was
size?
just about to say.
I
no.
did not. And unfortunately, like right now, I'm not really doing much. I have a draw spell in my hand, except it would give Spectra so much.
I will show you 2 cards in my hand out of the 3. The third one's going to scare the hell out of you, so I'm not going to show you that one yet. But all I'll say is it's a while away from being relevant. But 2 of my spells are a demand answer and a thought monitor, because I'm desperate.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't want to
desperate on
treasures.
Oh, we're gonna wheel, baby. Counterpoint, you should absolutely wheel. Now's the time.
I don't think so.
I think I lost audio. Hold on.
Give him 21 treasures and a full hand of cards. No.
Yeah. Well, if it
No.
gets rid of the card in my hand,
It
Then
does.
actually,
it's
I-
an
I won't-
everybody wheel.
I will not lie to you. If I get rid of the card in my hand, then the treasures are not going to be as scary as they were. Do with that information what you will. Because if you do wheel, I cannot wait to show you guys what the third card is.
Okay.
I don't know if it's time to wheel right now.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that it is. I'm just
in full disclosure. I'm gonna ask John and Nerd, how good is your hand now, and could it be better? Would you like to wheel?
No. Okay, so here's the deal, right?
I would personally not like to wheel right now.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Okay,
a
that's
bad
all-
idea.
That's
Just
all I have. That's
yeah.
all I
If
have.
not everybody's on board, that's a bad time.
because like
Yeah. So,
that you're giving him like 21 treasures.
exactly.
So that's never ideal. What do you mean? I got to figure out my capture card thing.
That's why I'm talking to everybody. So
Yeah, totally
I'm
makes
just
sense.
I'm just gonna play my signet. I'm gonna pass the turn over to Nerd.
Yeah, 21 treasures, a fresh 7 cards. I don't think is a good combo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Utilizing my Quasar deck, though, is once I get Smothering Tide out, it's like, oh, cool, you guys want to wheel? Sweet, I have 21 treasures and a fresh set of hand.
Alright.
Oh, cool, I got a bunch of draw spells in here. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Soldier. I was like, huh? That doesn't make sense in a vehicles deck. Soldier. Got it.
Yeah, from Alistair.
Makes sense. Yep. I was wondering what the type mattered, but Soldier makes a lot of sense.
I'm going to tap 2.
I'm sorry, did you pay for the...
I did not.
Okay.
3 and 4
That's just slightly
for
irresponsible.
a Bident of Thassa, which is not green with the Smothering Tithe on the battlefield.
Mhm.
No, but it's a good card.
And that will make me another soldier.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
How big are your blockers, Spectre? It's a 3/3 and
They're not blocking. It's 2 3/3s, but they're not blocking. I'll tell you right now. Right.
they are creatures that can potentially block.
Correct. They are untapped creatures on my battlefield.
They are bystanders.
I am low on vehicles right
They
now.
are witnesses.
This is the Bears' offensive line this year. Ooh, right this way, sir.
I will move to combat. I will once again give Alistair Vigilance and Lifelink, and I will send him at Spectra.
That is 3 commander
That is
damage.
3 commander damage. I will gain 3,
Got it.
and I will draw a card, and I will not pay.
Jeez. Okay.
3 treasures.
All right.
I still only have 3 cards in hand, and only one of them scary, and it's not scary right now.
Second main phase, I will tap 3 and play my Psy Master Thopterist.
Nice.
So his gets to stick, but not mine. I
Okay.
understand. That works.
I'm not gonna say that I don't also have the Swords of Plowshares in this deck.
You've got to be the second one to play it.
I have a hard.
I mean, Naya. Do you know how much removal Naya has?
Hey,
Oh,
by the way, did you take your 4 damage for casting a spell during not your turn? Because that's an effect that applies to you too, Koga.
Who?
Okay, but I didn't cast a spell.
You
on
cat
my turn.
when you Path to Exile, you did.
No, he did it on his turn.
Did he? I swore that was.
Path to Exile came out long before the Scytheclaw Raptor.
Oh yeah.
No, it didn't. No, it did
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, because Sai didn't even last a turnaround.
I don't know, man. I have very fishy memories about this. I'm gonna let it slide this time, but
I like that the 3 of us are like, no, he's fine, and John's like, I don't
no,
trust
I
him.
got the playback going in my head. It's lies.
I've seen your capture card. It's not going great.
Yeah.
I will pass the turn there.
Tap. Come on, baby. Draw for turn. Well, that's a card.
You walk in the 2?
On my own?
Yep.
No.
Okay.
I'll tap.
Well, we tried to gaslight, didn't work.
Never does.
Well, it kind of worked, but it mostly just tripped me up with like, huh? What? I'm going to tap a
Exactly.
blue, and I'll go a red for an Enthusiastic Mechanaut. That's going to trigger Joyra because it's an artifact. I will draw a card. Artifact spells I cast cost 1 less to cast, which is awesome because now I can cast for free a Soul Ring. I will draw a card off of Joyra.
Yeah, that's gross.
A little bit.
Jorah's probably needing to die now, huh?
Come on.
That's a lot of advantage over there.
Naya does have a lot of removal.
That and the Smothering Tithe? Like, that's crazy.
Who would like to defend a battle?
I'll take it.
Cool. I'm going to tap a blue and a red for a Invasion of Kaladesh. When it enters, I create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. What this will do is it will flip into, I'll show you what it flips into because most people do not care about this like one bit. It flips into a star 4 vehicle with flying, and the power is equal to the number of artifacts I control. But it has a power toughness of 4, so I'm going to give that. You said Kuga's taking it?
Yes.
Okay, radical. Sweet deal. And that's not, believe it or not, battles are not historic. I cannot believe it in a random battle, but they decided not to do that. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 6. Sweet deal. I have 6 artifacts in play. Or
All your creatures are artifacts.
Yeah.
Well, even better. Tap for blue for the Thought Monitor. That's going to enter, and it's going to trigger Joyra to draw a card, and then when it enters, I draw 2 cards. I'm getting stuff.
He's drawing a lot of cards.
He is
I
drawing a
am.
lot of cards.
I am, and at risk of this will blow up my Smothering Tithe, I have a funny card that I want to play.
Dry all enchantments.
No. I'll tap. Yeah, because that's not. Okay, so I'll tap a. No, I'll leave that 1. And I will sacrifice one of my treasures for red. For the Reckless Fireweaver. When an artifact I control enters the battlefield, when it enters, it deals 1 damage to each opponent.
And all your creatures are artifacts now.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's why I think Smothering Tithe is not long for this world. I will then And that does not trigger Joyra because none of that matters.
Someone has to have removal for Smothering Tides. That's the problem.
I'm gonna tap the Soul Ring for 2. I'm gonna float 1 because one of them is gonna go for this gold mirror. 2 triggers. Joyra's gonna trigger. I'm gonna draw a card, and the Reckless Fireweaver triggers. Everyone takes 1.
How'd you pay for the Fireweaver again? Was it?
Was that? And I sacked one of the
Oh, okay,
treasures.
cool. Yeah.
I bet you wish you hadn't destroyed my mighty servant of Luco.
I have 1 mana floating. I will
Smothering Tide won't be a problem. I only have 3 cards in hand.
tap the Renowned Weaponsmith for 2. I will still be floating 1. Play a Cultivator's Caravan. That's going to trigger Joyra. I'll draw, and for trigger the Fireweaver, everyone take another 1.
Okay.
I had 2, 3. I have 1 floating still. I'm going to play the Talisman of Creativity. Drawing from Joyra. Everyone take another 1. And I have run. Oh, you do get to play a land for turn.
You don't have 39 more artifacts you can cast to kill us all?
Not for free, but I do have a Rustvale Bridge as land for turn, which is an artifact, which will trigger the Reckless Fireweaver, and everyone can take 1 more.
Okay.
Hey guys, I can get us really quickly into game 2.
Vandal Blast and kill me immediately. Yeah, that would not be bad. All right,
Kill everyone
know.
except for Ygra, and then I would be able to one-shot someone. That'd be sick.
The wheel would firmly put Spectra in the lead if it's not already.
Now, yeah, now it would. If I move to combat, there's nothing I want to attack that really can. Yeah, I'm gonna just pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Draw. Pay for.
You pay.
Yes, I pay for the fucking thing.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. So here's what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna pay 3. In a Nocturnal Hunger, I'm gonna destroy the Fireweaver.
Are you gifting a food?
I'll gift Koga food.
In response, we'll tap 1 and a red off the Cultivator's Caravan. To demand answers, I will sacrifice a treasure because it's the only non-creature I have to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
And you will lose 4 life.
Yeah. And then, yeah, the Reckless Fireweaver will die.
Cool. All right.
Now do that again for Joyra.
Yeah, I can't. Shit. I tapped. Stupid.
Oh.
All right. I'll sack a treasure, making the cat much bigger, and 2 for a Oro Strider. I will create a goat, and I can sacrifice a creature to scry 1.
He is the goat.
0/1 goat. Okay. So I'm gonna go to combat now. And I'm going to swing Ygra at you, Spectra. So you have a 10/10 coming at you.
Does it have any trample?
No, it doesn't have trample. You can chomp it.
Okay. Then I would chump it with a 1/1.
Sure. Ygra will get 2 +1/+1 counters put on.
Euthopter has put in its service.
Okay. Then I will just pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Oh wait, I have a Hazel trigger. I'll get another goat.
Alright. Unfortunately, I will not be paying for the Smothering Tide.
I will get another treasure.
I
I
will
didn't think the Reckless
pay...
Fireweaver was around for long, but it did what? 5 to each of you guys?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. for a Bone Horde Dracosaur.
Well, that's a good card.
All I
That
know
is a
this
good
card is good. I don't know what it does at the beginning.
It does a
It is
lot.
a 5/5
Oh, gross.
Dinosaur Dragon
Oh,
with flying and
gross.
strike. At the beginning of my upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of my library. I may play them this turn. If I exile a land this way, I make a 3/1 red dinosaur creature token. If I exile a non-land card, I make a treasure token.
Oh, that's gross.
It's really good.
Yeah. It's decent. But that's really all I can do on this turn, so I'm gonna pass it along to Nerd.
You didn't pay your taxes for that, man. Come on.
All right. Untap.
I have not been getting lucky in the mana department.
I hear you.
Draw. I will pay.
Got it.
Oh, I guess I could have done that. Sometime, I guess, but it's fine.
All right. I'm going to tap the Chief Engineer and the 2 soldier or the 3 soldiers. So I have 1 blue and 3 white. I'm going to use blue and a white for a mobilizer mech,
I love that card.
which will
Good
make
card.
me a soldier and a thopter.
We don't have the same deck, but there are a lot of overlap between.
I mean, there's only so many good vehicles.
well, and artifact support pieces, yeah. But in white and
Yeah.
blue, it's like, oh yeah, I want to have a bunch of robots. All right, sweet. We're gonna have very similar decks. Do you have
Yeah.
Shorkai in there?
Of course.
I love
That was the
Shorkai.
reason I wanted
So
to do
good.
Bant colors, is because I wanted to include short.
Oh yeah.
And then I will use the 2 white for a Skyseer's Chariot.
Oh, that one's new. I don't know that.
It's from Ether Drift.
Oh, that is new. You look at that.
Which will make me a soldier and a thopter.
What land are you naming?
No, I could
Oh,
choose a
no.
non-land card. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name cost 2 more to activate. I am going to name.
Bound Weaponsmith has an activated ability.
I know it does. I'm going to
I mean,
name.
it's not what I'm going to use, but you can use it.
I'm going to name Soul Ring.
Is that not a mana ability?
Isn't it an activated ability? No, it isn't. Oh, it is a mana ability. Never mind. Who does?
No,
does
don't get me
anyone
wrong,
have an
that-
activated ability right now?
What?
Is there anything with an activated ability other than the Renowned Weaponsmith?
I mean, my Woe Strider, I guess, technically, I can sack to Scry.
That's
But-
true.
But that
And pump
feels
your thing.
pretty bad considering that's all I got going on my board.
And Hazel lets you add mana.
But
you don't
yeah,
need.
yeah, it's a.
Because I was originally saving that for Atla Palani, but Atla Palani has not hit the battlefield yet. So
Soul Ring is technically an activated ability. I don't know if they have it where Skyseer's Chariot would interact.
So
it just says
Soul Ring
activated.
just
It
casts
just says
at
activated.
mana, it's a mana ability. Whereas a treasure, because you tap and sacrifice it to then add a mana, that is an activated ability.
Right. Okay, so
So
basically
Soul Ring
my
does not count as an
treasures,
activated ability.
No, it's a mana ability.
but the treasures do.
Yes. They're weird because I had to learn it because I have a deck that has Yasharn, the Implacable Earth.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
it turns off sacrificing permanents.
All right, I'm
So,
going to
like-
name. I'm going to name Treasure then.
Awesome.
Non-land card name, yeah.
I'm going to name Treasure. So all your treasures will now cost you 2 to activate.
Yeah, there you go.
That's actually
That's-
great.
That is
It's-
huge.
That is great and not quite as helpful as you guys would like, but that's fine. I
It's helpful,
Hold on.
it's helpful if Koga now wants to wheel.
Okay, hold on. So
Yeah.
we've got someone claiming
Yeah.
this is incorrect in the chat. Beardy is usually on top of his rulings, so he's saying it's incorrect here.
what's incorrect? I believe you. I just want to know
What's
what's
incorrect?
I don't know. I wasn't looking at the chat when it came in, but he's saying it's incorrect. I'm assuming he's talking about the treasures.
I would assume he's talking about the treasures as well.
Only thing I can't tell is treasure a card name because it's a token object? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, see, I thought Soul Ring is...
I thought Soul
an
Ring
activated
counted,
ability. Yeah, so Soul Ring.
but I'm still gonna name treasure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever. Cool. That puts it as a negative to activate treasures. So.
And then I'm just gonna play a Fabled Passage and sacrifice it, and I'll do that after my turn, I guess. I'll move to combat. I will give. Oh, there's no good attacks now. Yeah, there's no good.
That's what I was thinking of Beardy. See, Beardy's got it. That's why I was confused. Like, I didn't know if
Yeah.
you could, but...
That's why I stopped what everyone's talking about to hear what Beard.
Well, yeah, that's why I thought I could name Soul Ring, is because it just
Yeah,
says, says activated ability. It doesn't specify mana or non-mana.
Right, and it's weird because Soul Ring is a mana ability, but it's specific. It is mana abilities are specifically a function of or a subset of activated abilities, which is where it gets goofy.
But it is just any generic activated ability. But naming treasure is much more useful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna give Alistair Vigilance and Lifelink, but there's no real good attacks because you've got little small things. That
I've got Chumpers, but I do have enough that could stand in front of him and kill him.
Exactly.
And I don't think the 3 life is enough to warrant having to cast him again.
Although I'm down to 2 cards in hand.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm just gonna pass and sack my Fabled Passage.
Okay. Nice.
Untapped. No upkeep triggers. Draw for turn.
I'm gonna get a Plains, which will come in untapped.
Okay, the Mechanaut is still in play, so I'm going to tap 2, using that discount for a Peace Walker Colossus, which is going to trigger Joyra.
Yep, that's in here.
Good one.
Tap 2 on Renowned Weaponsmith to cast a Brotherhood Vertibird, which is another good one. That is star 4, power equal to number of artifacts I control with flying. That'll also trigger Joyra. Draw that one.
That one is actually not in here.
That's one of the UB ones. I will play a Mountainous Land for turn because
It is. I had it in the list, but ultimately cut it.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
I will like to respond to that though.
Okay. The card I drew was this one. So while
No, it's fine. You're still gonna draw the card. I'm just going to tap Path of Ancestry and a blue and the Bident of Thassa and make it so all your creatures have to attack this turn.
all my
Oh,
creatures have
shit.
to attack this turn.
Okay.
Okay.
If able.
It's able. So I have to.
I've never used that ability on Bident of Thassa until this very moment.
Interesting. So I can crew something. I can crew it all into a vehicle.
Can't.
Ah, that's the way to do it. Okay. All right. I think we're still.
But either way, it still ends up with all your stuff tapped.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Then
I'm playing Magic.
I like your card so much, nerd. I'm gonna tap 1 blue and I'm gonna play my own mobilizer mech.
Okay.
Where's Magic Man?
Right.
Oh yeah, well at least I still have a Psy Master Thopterist.
Must be nice, man. I'll tell you. This game would have been over a lot faster if I had a Side Master Thopterist.
Oh, believe me, I know.
That,
I have,
that and the
Yeah.
Reckless Fireweaver, that would have been a hell of a time, man.
Yeah.
believe
No,
me,
I
I
had.
have a Psy deck, and yeah.
Oh, it's so good. All right, tap 1 and a blue. I'm going to tap that differently. I'm going to tap the Talisman for a colorless and a blue for a Vidalcan Engineer, which is not anything. It's a guy.
Okay.
These two were cast this turn. So do I even have... The only vehicle I have is the Cultivator's Caravan that can attack this turn.
But it doesn't have to, right? Because it wasn't a creature when you activated that. Is that how that works?
Yeah, but the only way I could get a... No, because all of my creatures that are eligible are going to have to attack. So even if I get to combat and respond and put them in the Cultivator's Caravan, that has to attack.
Oh, okay.
The Cultivator's Caravan will still have to.
But
Okay.
I can crew a vehicle that can't attack yet.
You can. You could crew the Mobilizer mech, for example.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the Brotherhood Vertibird.
Or
I
the
was gonna say, I'll do that or the Peace Walker Colossus. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna before combat, crew the Peace Walker Colossus with my 4 creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Then I move to combat.
Yep.
Peace Walker Colossus can't attack. None of my other things are creatures. Second main is how we're getting around that.
Yeah.
I'm
That makes
finding that
sense.
it's a way to tap down all your stuff.
Red, blue, and a doesn't matter. Gonna actually cast Ruhan, a 7/7 commander. That will trigger Ygra because it is legendary. Not helpful.
You know, I sometimes forgot that Biden of Fassa had that ability on it.
Yeah, it's a silly card that most people don't even-
I've always displayed it for the card draw. This is the first time this is the first time I've ever actually activated it and used that ability. And I like it.
Yeah, we'll tap 1, 2, and 3 for a Weatherlight, which is
Oh.
4 or 5 flyer. When it deals combat damage to the player, I can look at the top 5 of my library. I can reveal a historic among them and put it in my hand the rest of the bottom.
Okay.
So it's not super relevant, but I have a Sheldon, and I have vehicles I can stuff him into. But that is all I have on my board.
Okay.
You have a pretty big
Although realistically, I do have a mobilizer mech, so if 2 things come at me, I can crew a mobilizer mech and crew something else, and have 2 blockers. Well,
True.
4 in total with the Vidalcan Engineer, but still.
Okay.
That is all I'll do. I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
You have a very large board.
It's a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
not a lot of it's great.
You
You know what? I'm so sorry. Weatherlight does trigger Ygra, so I
Yeah.
did draw
In
one.
response, I'm gonna sacrifice a goat to scry 1. I'll get bigger. I'll leave that on top, and then I will untap. Doop. So now I have a 14/14 cat. I will draw for turn.
All you need is a ring for that one.
No, not since you have to go mana negative to use
Now,
them.
not that my treasures are useless.
Yeah.
No,
There-
you can crack
I wanna
2
be very
treasures. You can
clear.
crack 2 treasures to use a 3rd treasure.
Right.
I need to be very, very actually, no, I can't, because everyone I would everyone I
Oh
would
no,
do
everyone
is
you would
another
have to.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm,
they're all net. I want to be very clear and transparent. They are not useless to me. So I am not trying to like downplay this. I can still use them. I want to be very clear,
All right.
just not in the way you think I can.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Lord
I know,
Skitty's Blessing.
I know how artifact decks work.
I get it, but I don't want
to use them for mana.
I don't want to get accused of sandbagging. My point is, I can still use them. Don't think they're
Okay.
just useless. I'm not
Right,
trying to
right,
like
right.
sneak in under the wire.
Right. Okay, so Ygra now is wicked, and he gets an additional +1/+1, so he's a 15/15 kitty cat right now.
What did you put on it?
Lord
The
Skitter's
wicked
Blessing,
roll.
a wicked roll.
Lord Skitter's Blessing.
Yeah,
What
so
does Wicked do?
it gets +1/+1 when it leaves the battlefield. I can deal a damage to an enemy. Each opponent loses 1 life. Never mind, that's wrong. All right, I'm gonna tap 3 for Cultivate. I'll go get a swamp and a forest.
Oh, you just love some rampant.
Well, you know, this deck actually doesn't have that many lands in it, surprisingly.
Oh, okay.
But
So
I
you gotta
just,
find them artificially.
yeah, and I've just been getting crazy good luck with drawing them. So I'm gonna put the swamp tapped. I'll play the forest land for turn.
The games I usually play with you where you end up with like only 1 color out of the 2 that you need.
It happens. It happens more often than I like to admit. Then,
One of the reasons why I love chaotic overgrowth.
yeah, no, it's. I don't want to use it as a crutch though, because
I understand.
it can come off as a crutch when your deck building. Oh, I could just use my rules, fix things. All right, I have one card in hand now, so that kind of sucks. But
It's okay. You might have more on my turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna swing a 15/15 at you, Spectra.
I couldn't even fake a straight face. I was just like, what? Come on. Yeah, no, I get it. 15.
The surprise is overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's just like, why are you attacking me? I know why. 15/15.
Yeah.
No trample, no.
No, it could be chumped.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. No other evasion? Yeah, I think
No,
I'll
you
hit the. I'll block with. The Vidalcan Engineer. It's just a 1/1.
Sure. Ygra will get 2+1/+1 counters. It gets a little bigger.
Every time something dies? That's
Every
gross.
time a food is put into the graveyard.
Leaves the battlefield? Oh,
Yeah.
that's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real nasty.
So
People
then
suck.
I'm going to go to main phase 2. I'm going to pay 2 life. I'm going to sack the... I'm not going to sack. I'm just going to tap these. To get 2 green mana. I'm going to use a force. Play it. They went this way. I'll get a clue and then I'll go get a basic land and put it on the battlefield tapped.
More ramp.
Yep, more ramp. I'll go get
So much.
forest. And then,
Do you ever traverse the outlands in that deck?
no, I don't think so.
5 mana, go get any number of basics equal to the highest power total of your highest power of your creatures. So if you've got Ygra out there, at worst it's a 5 mana, go get 6 basic lands. on the
Yeah,
battlefield.
no, that's pretty crazy. Actually, I could tap the Wicked token to not even tap the greens. So I'll do that.
Oh, that's just
It's hilarious. I love, and it's so funny how that works. I love it.
that's like it's not Relic of Legends, but there's one of the relics or one of the like artifacts that's like you tap a legendary permanent.
Mhm.
And my wife's got it in the Daihata deck, so it's like, oh, cool, I'll just tap Daihata. What does that matter? I don't care. It's a legendary
And,
permanent. It's tapped now. What do I do?
Is it the Honor Worn Shaku?
That might be the one, yeah.
Well, that's like with Chief Engineer. Like you can, it's really good with equipment decks.
I'm a tap to sack the clue I just made to draw, and that's it. So that's it. That's all I got.
Like you can chain
Are you
together
okay with
so
that,
many
Phil?
equipment with change.
I tapped the Blackblade Reforged. Why? Because I can.
Yeah,
Because you can't and I can. That's why.
they don't have to be untapped to attack.
Right.
I tap my
Are you
skull
gonna pay
clamp.
for that draw?
Oh no.
I tap my skull clamp to play a shadow spear. I tap my shadow spear to play a.
Tap my skull clamp.
Anything else for you, or
No, that's it. That's it. I'm done.
Tap. Upkeep. Bonehorde Dracosaur. I'm gonna exile the top 2 cards of my library.
Oh wait. I'm
It
gonna
is the Tarrasque.
I'm gonna create another Wicked token. And I'm gonna put it on the Woe Strider.
Alright.
Yeah. That's all.
So I exile the Tarrasque and Fires of Yapimaya. Let's see.
You may play them this turn.
Yes. If I exile a land, I make dinosaurs. If I exile a non-land, I make treasures. So I will make 2 useless treasure tokens.
Oh yeah, that does kind of suck for you.
I don't mind. I don't mind as much.
Yeah, I mean it's not the end.
Yeah. These are gonna just exist in exile forever. I'm not gonna use either one of those. Then I will go to my draw step. I will draw. Boys, I got us out of it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, did you
Yes.
destroy the smothering tide?
Yes.
You don't have to.
Yes,
you do
I
it?
absolutely do.
Can you do it and
Blast.
still wheel?
No.
That's fine.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 3 mana for a Tranquil Frillback.
Uh-huh.
When this enters the battlefield, I may pay green up to 3 times. When I pay this cost 1 or more times, choose up to that many. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Exile target player's graveyard. Gain 4 life. I'm going to pay green once. Goodbye, Smother Tide.
I understand.
Yeah.
Your tide has been
mind you,
smothered long enough.
Now, mind you, that was my draw. I did not pay for the draw, so you still get a treasure from me for this turn.
Yeah, buddy.
Still got something out of this whole deal.
Right?
Yeah.
God, just imagine if the Reckless Fireweaver was out the last few turns. They would have had so much fun.
The game would have been over, I think. Just about.
Yeah, probably.
Just about, anyways.
All right, gentlemen, I got rid of the Smothering Tide. It is on to you. Passing along.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to activate my Academy Ruins and put the Mighty Servant of Luco on top of my library.
Oh, gross.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. I am in danger, I think.
Well,
Well, I need to
Where's the
start
problem?
drawing some cards because I have 2 cards in hand, and spoiler alert, they're not great.
Yeah, I've got one card.
There's no
in
tide
hand,
now, so
so
there's nothing stopping you.
yeah.
Exactly. Now I can attack with
You
it.
could have been doing it anyways. They were too. You made it too expensive for me to use them.
Well,
As-
I didn't have things that could attack. Now I have things that can attack. Like all I had was Alistair and like the hotshot mechanic. Like those aren't going to get through anywhere.
Hmm.
Okay.
I will draw for turn. Oh, I can't believe what that card was. I will play an island. I will tap 1, 2, 3, and cast the Mighty Servant of Luco.
Mhm.
That will make me another soldier and another Thopter.
Yeah.
I will tap the hotshot mechanic to crew the mobilizer mech, and the mobilizer mech will crew the Skyseer's chariot. I will move to combat, and I will give the mobilizer mech vigilance and lifelink. And Spectre, you can still block flying, right?
Yes. Actually, that's easily. I'm actually better at blocking flying than on the ground.
We
Well,
all
I mean, if you
have.
can block flying, you can block on the grass.
Yeah, we all have.
I just mean more of my blockers can become into flyers than just ground guys.
Yeah, and Koga, you have a giant flyer
With first strike.
with first strike.
That's nasty.
I'm on the
How-
back foot here.
Yeah. Well, how many? I know, but I need to get things through to draw cards. How many total blockers do you potentially have, Spectra?
I can crew the mech. I can realistically only create 2, but I can create 2 flyers.
Okay. I'm going to.
If you want to
spend-
sneak in some ground attackers, I would let some ground attackers in
Here's what I'm going to do.
so that nobody has to lose vehicles.
I'm going to send the mobilizer mech and the Skyseer's chariot at John. Because John, you cannot. Well, you have a gilded goose, but that's the only thing you have that can block flying, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so those 2 are going to go with John. I'm going to send 5 soldiers at Spectra. And I'm just going to send 2 1/1 Thopters at Koga.
Okay.
Are you gonna be mad at me if I block 2 of those?
Nope.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's every creature that does damage is gonna draw you a card, isn't it?
Yeah.
I will block one of the Thopters with my Bigger Sword.
I'll block
Uh,
one with the
Thopter.
Gilded Goose. I'll block the mobilizer mech with the Gilded Goose. So how
They're
much?
both 3 power, so
I'll take 3.
so you're gonna take 3, I'm gonna gain 3. You're blocking 2 of the soldiers, right?
Yeah, I'll crew the mobilizer mech, which will crew the weather light, and those will block 2 of the soldiers. So
How
3 of
many
those will-
total things are dying right now?
1, 2, 3.
So
3 of my creatures.
So 6 things total are dying. Ygra will get 12 +1/+1 counters.
And I will draw
to
5
22
cards.
+1/+1 counters on Ygra.
Did I draw something?
I'm going to have to move to another attack defense.
I did draw something playable.
Plus 22 plus 2.
I am going to tap Doctor, the Chief Engineer, the Mighty Servant of Luco, and the Mobilizer Mech to cast an Unwinding Clock.
Oh dear.
That's nasty.
That's
I
pretty
won't
not
pretend
good.
I don't have one of these in my deck.
That's pretty
Which will
not
make
good.
me Another Thopter
Mhm.
and another Soldier.
Well, that just made you very problematic.
I
actually.
believe I am a bit of a problem now.
Yeah. It just graduated you to the full-blown problem.
So yeah, I will then move to my end step and pass the turn.
Our untap.
Yeah.
Just your artifacts then, right?
So, all his
I mean, not like
creatures.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
because
not like
of
that's
Ygra.
not a lot. I'm just
Yeah, because of Ygra, it's everything.
Yeah.
son of a. All right.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Well, not my lands. Not my lands.
Draw for turn. All right. Guys. Would we like to see someone eliminated here?
And by someone, you mean me.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I mean that would be.
You are cramping my style.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't know that I have much of a way of doing that without leaving myself wide ass open.
Well, if I tell you what, if you could deal with his board in any way, I will not attack you next turn.
Yeah, nerd. How many flyers do you have?
1, 2, 3, potentially 5. I mean, I've done the thing.
You did do a thing. You did a hell of a thing.
To be fair, it's also more of a thing because of your commander.
I mean,
Yeah,
barely, but yeah.
I can try. I don't know that I can kill him because of the number of flyers, but I can try to do a lot of damage his way.
I mean, if you could just deal with a lot of it. I mean,
Yeah, I can pose a lethal threat that he would have to respond to, is how I'll put it.
okay.
Let's...
If only Biden to Fasta said, must attack, not you, this turn, if able.
Right, yeah, it's not code, it's just, oh, it must attack. I'm like, oh, cool, sweet. Your way. Okay, let's...
I'm assuming this is something to do with, like, making Ruhan giant and trample you.
No. I don't do that. That's silly.
Or some sort of giant flyer that can't be blocked or something like that.
Something. Let's tap 2. 1, 2. 3 from the Mechanaut discount. 4. Oh no. Lost a land. 5. And a blue.
Oh, it's that
Cyber Drive Awakening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn all my non. Oh wait. Before that hits, I need to crew the Brotherhood Vertibird, and then Cyber Drive Awakener comes in because this is non-creature artifacts become base power and toughness 4/4, and I need this because this is a lot bigger than a 4/4.
Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
so.
All right.
Yeah. So then, that is going to trigger Joyra. So I'm going to draw a card. Oop, hear that.
Figured there would be
Go.
something like that in there.
Now,
That's a
well,
good
yeah, I have to
card.
have a. This is my win con, which means it's not great that I'm spending it on not going to win the game.
I mean, you have a
but
lot of.
I have a lot of artifacts.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about when I said I could use the treasures. I had Cyberdrive. I've had it since turn 1. So I'm gonna send almost all of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold
Almost all of
back.
it.
Correct. I'm gonna hold back 3.
Okay.
I'll hold back 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that can attack. So I have 10 4/4s. That's 40.
Well, no, it's non-creature artifacts.
I can still swing them. You're right.
Yeah, but they're not 4/4s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 4/4s, a 19 4. And I'll start with that.
Well, there's 11 4/4s and a 19 4.
Correct.
Okay.
This is what I was talking about, where it's like I may not be able to delete some of them, but I can at least try.
Yeah. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
because it's only non-creature artifacts that become 4/4.
Correct. So these 3 are still creatures, so they have to. And the only reason the Brotherhood didn't is because it was a creature before that effect.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to hurt myself a bit. I'm going to tap 3. And I'm going to generous gift the vertibird.
Trigger, Scytheclaw
Yeah,
Raptor.
That's why I said I'm going to hurt myself a bit.
Okay.
It's the same as letting one of them through.
Yeah, it's the same as letting one of the other ones through. That makes sense. All right, yeah, the Vertibird is downed.
So now I have 11 4/4s, correct?
Correct. Oh, you know what I meant to do is I meant to swing one of them at the. Oh, I would have needed more than one. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. Yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's still 11 4/4s flying.
All right. And I'm probably going to need to save at least one flying blocker because the Dracosaur is probably going to come at me.
Counterpoint: the Dracosaur might also come at me.
Yeah. It's true.
Also true. All right, well, I will tap the Hotshot Mechanic to crew the Mobilizer Mech, which will crew the Skyseer's Chariot. All have flying. So I will block 3 of them with Thopters. So
Okay,
now
so
that's
down to 8.
8 more.
I also want to be very clear. Had you not played the Unwinding Clock, John was absolutely my target, and then you played the worst spell. And that definitely said, "Oh yeah, you gotta go."
Yeah, I knew that would.
It's all right. I knew what I did when I played Smothering Tithe right after the Reckless Fireweaver. I get it.
I mean, to be fair, I was not.
Or the other way around, but yeah.
In hindsight, I should have known it would be a Cyberdrive Awakener, but I wasn't expecting it at the time. All right. Violent stun through. That's 28 damage. That put me down at 9. I will just. But see, the other thing is, if I lose the Skyseer's Chariot, then he can use all his treasures again.
Ooh, true.
They, at least for now, they are tapped,
That's
so I can't use them until next turn. That may not matter to you, but I'm just throwing that out there. At least for this next turn, I cannot use them.
Yeah, I guess I will just double block, or I'll block 2 more, and I will let 6 through.
Does any of my stuff die then?
No.
Okay.
I will take 24 and go down to 13.
I'm just going to organize the lands because
And
they.
John, I have 5 creatures dying.
I had one die. If that didn't already get tracked.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
And you have a 3/3 elephant. I don't know if you've.
Forgot. The generous gift is one of the fun removals that gives you something that you super don't want.
Ygra is a 41/41.
All you need is a. All you need is a Rancor.
I don't have it in this deck. The only way I have to give it trample is the monument, Ronus's monument.
Yeah.
Second main.
I have been taken down a peg.
Just yeah.
You've been taken down pegs. You are a good soldier. I will tap 2, a red and a blue for a Storm the Vault. And yes, I played this on second main. I know I could have made a bunch of treasure, but whatever. Whenever one or more creatures I control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. At the beginning of my end step, if I control 5 or more artifacts, transform Storm the Vault into Vault of Cataclan, which if you're not familiar with what that is, it's Tolarian Academy.
Tolarian Academy, yeah.
Yes. I will then play an Ancient Den as my land for turn. What can I do? Storm the Vault triggers Joyra because it is legendary. I will tap the Ancient Den for a Signet. And
Triggers Joyra.
it does trigger Joyra. Goodness gracious. Who put this crap?
Aren't you glad I didn't play Fieldfoot?
I'm going to tap the Signet using Enthusiastic Mechanaut for Liquid Metal Torque, drawing off of Joyra.
I keep promising John I'm going to play Shield.
That's where I run out of steam.
And I keep forgetting to.
I'm going to move to my end step. At the beginning of my end step, I control so many artifacts. I will flip this to the Vault of Cataclan. Yeah, Catlacan. I'm saying it wrong. Goodness gracious. Pass the turn, John.
Okay. All right.
I'll untap my hotshot mechanic and feel sad.
Kick his ass, John.
Untap.
Actually, I'm not even sure you can. I think it's still a concerted effort from multiple of us.
Yeah, no. And then trigger.
I don't know if I'm the problem. Well, I guess Cyberdrive Awakener is blown as
Cyberdrive Awakener. Yeah. That's why I was like, it's not fun to do it and not win or not even take someone out, but it's like that's the only way to do a sizable chunk of damage to you and make that thing less scary.
I'm glad you didn't wheel yet, Kuga.
Yeah, right.
I've had that in my hand, and I was like, listen, it'd suck. But I know you guys are like, you don't want to give him that much treasure. And I was like, you're right. But also, watching that go in the graveyard and then getting 21 treasures would suck.
All right, so I played a land for turn, and then I tap 3 for the Morbid Opportunists. I'm going to sack this goat to scry. And then Morbid.
Did you do your draw trigger from?
I did. I drew 2. I'll leave that on top, and then I'll draw that with the Morbid Opportunist. I'll tap 2 for Gala Greeters. Dude. Alright, so I don't really have good attacks right now. I said I wasn't gonna attack Spectra for some reason.
You can pick off one of my soldiers if you want.
If you gotta send something for like attack triggers or whatever, that's fine. I do have some blockers. If you need to do some damage, I will probably chump block the big monster, but like I'll let some damage through.
No,
because I also didn't kill Nerd.
That's true.
You can pick off one of my soldiers if you want.
No, I'm good. I think I should keep Ygra up right now. I'll just pass the turn right there. I'll create another food. That'll be it.
You do?
Feel free to wheel now. I guess.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm very much thinking about it. Now we're gonna do Bonehorn, Garrick's Uprising, and a Skull Clamp. Yep.
And
That's
the
You
thing
can
that
use
turns
treasures now.
I was gonna say the thing that turns treasures off is gone now. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so you
Now I
can
have
use your
grand total of 4 treasures. Then I will draw for turn. Hey, that's funny.
Did you draw your second?
I actually kind of don't
No.
want to wheel now.
Counterpoint. Now is the time we should wheel.
Yeah.
So, you know how I changed my commander for this pod?
Oh, there's Pat Laza.
There it is.
Pant Laza, sun favored. Whenever Pant Laza is sun favored or another dinosaur enters the battlefield under my control, I may discover X, where X is that creature's toughness. It's only once per turn.
Now, Kuga, I want to.
So,
It does say may. You don't have to.
yeah, I'm gonna do that though.
Right.
So,
Oh, look.
hey, that's a Roman throne.
Roaming Throne.
Oh
There you
my
go.
God. What the?
So
See,
Yeah.
that's
so
that's
yeah.
one of the many cards where I was like,
You're-
why is that not a game changer?
You're choosing egg,
Right.
right?
Yeah, like
I,
Roaming Throne isn't generically good, but in any type of deck that involves a type, which is like, I don't know, kind of common in EDH. No, Roaming Throne's
Not
fine.
even a typal deck. Any commander that has a triggered ability.
Right. It's
yeah.
Like I run it in Prosper only for Prosper.
The type of card I consider a game changer is anything that people desperately want to remove or copy one for themselves. And if it's on that list, that's the kind of thing that should be on that list. How Roaming Throne didn't make it is astounding.
There's lots
Yeah,
of cards that I'm
I
amazed didn't make it.
definitely agree with that.
I wonder if it's because it hasn't been around long enough that people don't run it everywhere.
I run
That
it
it's
everywhere.
still kind. Sure, but it's some people don't have one, so they don't run into it as often. But every time it hits the table, it's gross.
I am gonna sacrifice 3 treasures for Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, that's the good one.
So, all players
Okay.
discard their hands and draw 7.
So I'm gonna show you the 2 reasons I did not want to wheel. Is one because I had my Reliquary Tower in my hand finally,
nice.
Yep.
and 2 I had a Reaver Titan.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I just
gross.
had a swap, so I'm very okay with this.
For me, I'm getting rid of Geshath, Mana Reflection, and a Wayward Swordtooth.
I'm also getting rid of Wily Duke, Atin Hero, and Broker's Hideout.
Launching Horde Hauler, Efficient Construction, which does kind of suck. The Island and the Indomitable. And draw 7.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, never mind. I'm fine with the wheel.
Oh, gross. I'm gonna get a
Hey,
ring.
look, finally, lands. Land for turn is gonna be this mountain. Then I'm gonna sacrifice the last treasure and the mount and pay with mountain for it's Squinth, firstborn of Geshath. I traded Geshath for Geshath baby.
Cool.
Mini
Maybe you're
shaft.
100% right on it not being CDH, and it doesn't stop you from playing the game. But I think when I mentioned the definition of game changer is anything, mine is specifically anything that should be copied or removed right away. I think that's why 40 was a stupid number to start with. I could fill up 40 easily. I don't know what else should be in there, but it wouldn't surprise me if the list ends up being 100 cards. 'cause
I
it's
also
like,
think
there's
3
100
was a
cards.
very strange number for being the borderline between like a 2, like a 3 and a 4. Like 3 is a weird.
Yeah, I'd be fine. I like this system, but I'd be fine if the number of game changers went up to 100, and I'd be fine if they said you can have up to 5 instead of just 3. Like if they want to like up both of those, I think that's a good idea. But there's not only 40 cards that are game changers in Magic.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than that.
Yeah, I feel like Ristic Study and Smothering Tide, they're not really game changers. They're just annoying.
Oh, I see. I think they are, but it's 'cause
I feel
have
like
them
they're a
in-
lot less impactful than like some of the other stuff that could be on the list. Like there's
Well,
like,
like another one that's not on the list.
I
Teferi's
think-
Protection.
yeah,
Yeah,
because they don't
yeah.
blow.
That is like the
You're not
definition
gonna
of a
get.
game changer.
You're
unless
not
you
gonna
play
get
it wrong.
blown out by a Ristic Study 99% of the time. You're not gonna get blown out by a Smothering Tide 99%. But like there's so many
Honestly,
cards. That,
I think
a
Ristic
card
more
that
than
I think
Smothering.
yeah.
card that I think should definitely be on the game changer list, and people may agree with me, people may not agree with me. Authority of the Consoles.
I don't remember what is that the
It's-
one.
It's like
Well, if you
blind
put
obedience, but
Authority of the
worse.
Consoles in, you would also have to put in like Thalia, and everything else that has your opponent's stuff enter tap.
Yeah, but it's a 1 mana enchantment that's like in the entire course of a game if people don't have removal. Because it's creatures and artifacts enter in tapped. The person who has it gains life.
That's not Authority of the Console is just creatures. Blind Obedience is
It's just
creatures and artifacts.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I think Authority is a powerful card. I don't know that it's a game changer in that it's not going to show up in a lot of places unless it's really important to the deck theme.
mm,
But yeah, I don't disagree that it's a powerful card, but it's just I don't know where that falls on the list because most decks don't necessarily want that.
that's fair.
Uh-oh.
Like I said,
Lost nerd.
some people may agree with me, some people won't. I completely understand.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I'm just one guy. I'm not going to sit here and say that my rule is law. It's just I
Yeah,
don't
no,
see Authority often, and usually it's when a deck like needs everybody to take a chill pill.
That's
I mean, I could make. I never. That's okay.
Nerd, if you swing all out of John, I'll swing all out of John too.
I actually.
Make him feel like what Toxtrel feels like.
John, how many blockers do you have?
I have 4 blockers.
Draw.
That's kind of too many.
I could theoretically, I think, kill John.
Oh, that's cool.
Holy hell, I was kidding.
Yeah, I mean that's a
Oh
lot.
my.
but
Oh my.
I don't think killing me is particularly great. Honestly,
No,
if you could kill
I don't think you're the
anyone,
problem. I don't think you're the problem right now.
all right.
Spectre, how many blockers do you have?
Do you need flying or do you not?
Just total blockers.
Total blockers. I have 1, 2, 3. I can have 4 somehow. Oh no, that's just a creature. I can have 5. Sorry. I forgot the Cyberdrive Awakener's not a vehicle, it's just a guy. Oh, 6, because I have an elephant.
I'm gonna play a Buried Ruin as my land for turn. I don't think I can do enough damage to do what I want to do, so I think it's logically right now. Well, hang on.
Well, hang on. I can still kick your ass. I believe it.
I'm gonna tap the Buried Ruin for a Soul Ring. Make a Thought
Never
make a
late.
Soldier. Never too late.
It's always a good card.
Never didn't happen. Now, the question is, do I want to be greedy or do I want to be smarter? I could kill at least one person, possibly 2.
Oh wow. That's a
For
lot.
the moment. So
Death.
here's my thing, Nerd. If we're talking threat assessment, I recognize you can kill me, and if this may not matter. Right now, the biggest threat to me is actually John, because he has all your creatures or artifacts. If I can eliminate John, then your unwinding clock doesn't suck quite so hard.
See, that's why I need to keep John alive. It's because he
Sure.
makes my unwinding clock much, much more useful.
Sure. If you have enough to kill me, then that's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But if you have enough to kill me, I think you're going to have John and Kuga kicking the crap out of you next. That's the only thing. So
No,
I get where
no,
you're
no.
coming from.
I
You gotta do.
none of my stuff has trample or anything. So and I have
No,
already
but
admitted
the more but the more he swings at me, the less you've got to get through.
that's not necessarily true because he creates
Well,
chompers.
also,
every
don't
turn.
forget they will all untap on.
Yeah, so it's not like
Sure.
It's-
But
I don't-
You still got to get 25 through to me, and I don't think you've got big guys.
I can do that. You remember the thing that I
But that's
said was
also one
probably
change.
not going to happen?
There's also all right. Well, let's see what happens.
You remember the thing at the start of the game that I said was probably not going to happen?
No,
It might
I'm too
happen.
stupid to remember.
okay. Well, cool.
I am going to tap a soldier and the chief engineer to crew the mighty servant of Luco.
Okay.
Family.
I'm going to move to combat. Kotori will trigger. I will give the mighty servant of Luco vigilance and lifelink.
So you said you have 5 blockers.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have 6 blockers. I forgot the elephant. Sorry.
I am going to send the Mighty Servant of Luco, the 5 soldiers, and Alistair at Spectra, and I'm going to send Kotori, the hotshot mechanic, and Sai at Koga, and I am going to tap 8 and activate Alistair, giving them all +X, where X is the number of historic permanents I control, which is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they're all going to get +16, +16.
Okay.
How big is the Luco is 16, so that's
So you have a 22, 22 trample,
okay.
a 19, 19, and 5 17, 17s coming at you. And then Koga, you have a 17, 20, an 18, 17, and an 18, 20.
Do any of those have trample?
They do not.
Okay.
The only one that has trample is the Mighty Servant of Luco.
Okay.
All right.
Then I know what I'm doing.
I think I do too. I will block.
I get too greedy.
No,
Not
I don't
about
think
us.
this is gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'll try. I'm gonna block your commander with the Awakener. I'll block all of your 5/5s. And I will leave open
Oh, I
the
think I
Mighty
have 4
Servant.
blockers.
I said 6 because I have the elephant.
Right. That's me just mathing wrong then.
I understand. So what I'll do is so I'm declaring blocks as the Awakener at your commander, and the other 5 blocking your 5/5. So I'm declaring no blocks on the Mighty Servant of Luco, which means what would get through to me currently is a 22/22. Okay, so that is my declared blocks.
Declare blocks for me. I'm going to block 2 of them. With Itzquint and the Tranquil Frill Rack, and I'll let one of them get through.
Okay.
So you will take. I'm assuming you're gonna let Sai through because he's the one less power. So you'll take 7.
Yeah. Yep.
Before damage is dealt, I'm going to tap the Vault of Cataclon, sacrificing my Thought Monitor, my Gold Mirror, my Elephant to gain 6 because they're foods. So, John.
You have the mana for that?
creatures.
You have to pay
I've got the
mana.
Vault of
Oh,
got
okay.
the Vault of Cataclon, which taps for like 1 billion.
All right, cool. All right, so you'll gain 6 life, right?
And 8, because I'm also going to do the Cyberdrive Awakener as well, because I'm not going to kill his commander.
Okay.
I will
well, you
gain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
can.
And
My
then
commander's a 19, 19.
No, I know, but I just mean because I'm not killing the commander with the blocker, I'm also doing the same thing, and I'm turning it into food. If it's going to die anyways, it's going to become food.
So I have 2 creatures total getting through.
Yes. Oh, you know what? If they're blocking, I got to sacrifice these 2 anyways, because they're going to get killed anyway. So yeah, so that's a total of. So I'm spending 12 blue mana.
So I'm going to draw 2 cards from the Mighty Servant of Luco and 2 cards from Trident of Thassa.
And how much
3 life per artist.
damage did I take from Sai total?
17. And I will also gain 22 life.
2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gaining 24 because it's 3 per. So I'm going up to 49. And then
And John, I had 2 creatures down.
Yeah, so it's a total of 8 deaths. So I will go I have 50 +1/+1 counters.
I don't think I should have done that. Oh well. I think I got greedy.
I get where you were coming from. Had I not had the Vault of Cataclysm, I would not have been able to get myself any life, and I probably would have just taken it all.
I also, for some reason, I thought you only had 5 blockers. I needed to send just one more. Well, no, I didn't need to send. I needed to send everything at you.
Yeah. I mean, I could gain some life, but not enough.
Morbid Opportunist will trigger an I'll draw. It's just a lance.
I did that wrong. Because I also wanted to be able to shut off your treasures again. But I guess that doesn't really matter now because you have the Vault of Cataclysm. Alright, second main phase. Can I do anything?
God, nerd, you're still at 35. Oh, because
I just gained 22.
Yeah.
That's
Jeez.
so you're still the problem. That's the
I am
thing.
still.
Right. Still,
Yeah.
still needs to get dealt with, but
Yeah, so second main phase, I'm gonna just tap 2 more for a smuggler's copter. Which will make me another soldier. I have 7 soldiers and 2 thopters. I will move to my end step and I need to discard. So I will discard Evolving Wilds and Unstoppable Plan. And I will pass the turn.
To our untap step.
I will untap everything.
Tap.
And my soul ring.
Keep the trigger. Draw for your soul rings. Oh yeah, gross.
I mean, it's not going to do anything. I don't have anything.
No, I will play a land for turn, which is a Darksteel Citadel.
yay.
Such a good card. Let's see. I have 4 artifacts or more, so I'm gonna tap 1 blue for a Thought Cast. I'm gonna draw 2 cards. It has affinity for artifacts, and I have so many artifacts.
Yeah, we have about an infinite of those. Yeah.
Not infinite. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap 1 and do this red.
I mean, I thought I could get Spectra down, and then he now has more life than I attack.
Well, I did also lose a lot of my board. If that makes
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's
a
yeah.
blue and a red for a Sahili Sublime Artificer who enters with 5. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I create a servo, and target artifact creature I control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature I control, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. Yada yada yada. I will tap one, the Soul Ring for 2. Now I got to pay full price for a Silver Mirror, but that is a creature. And man, I wish I still had what's her face out. I'm gonna tap the Vault of Cataclysm for 2. 8.
I'm okay with you not having your draw engine now that you have a crap on them.
Right? Yeah, at least that's been dealt with.
Yeah, currently Cataclysm taps for 18. So I have 18 blue floating
I
right
mean,
now.
that's insane.
White
Okay.
And a white. So I'm actually up to 20, but I'm going to drop 8 for a Parhelion 2. So I have 12 blue floating. That is a non-creature, so I will create a servo. See, I'm telling you guys, if I had the Fireweaver, this game would have been done a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, believe me, I know.
And
Alright.
I'm going to use...
My Prosper deck is all sorts of like fire type effects.
Oh, yeah.
It's got like 10 of them in it.
I'm going to use 4 of the remaining blue for a Master Transmuter. It's just a creature. It's an artifact creature, but I can tap a blue and return an artifact from my hand, or return an artifact to my hand and put an artifact onto the field. So now I got to move to combat. I have to. Yeah, I can do this in response. So I'm going to. John, you're 1 and 2. Cougar, you're 3, 4, and Nerd, you're 5, 6.
Oh, you're actually rolling for.
Yes, because in response to that trigger, I can crew him to a vehicle. If the attack sucks, so yeah, I have to go to combat, and right now he's not crewed into anything yet. And that goes to Kuga, and Kuga, you've got big shit over there, don't you?
I've got some stuff.
Whatever would have to die.
I can certainly.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're
between
doing-
Boneheart, Drankosaur, and Roaming Throne alone.
Yeah,
You
but
need
neither of those are
dinosaurs,
big,
right?
neither of those are big enough to kill.
He'd have to double block to kill,
Ruhan.
and then you'd.
You'd have to double block and allow me to pick one of them, and I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to do that. So, all right, so I am going to, because I have to. Ruhan is going to go at Kuga.
Is that Dracosaur is going to exile 4 cards.
Mm.
I will crew the mobilizer mech, which will crew the weatherlight. Yeah, you're right. And I will swing the weatherlight at John. That's only a 4/5 flyer. The mobilizer mech, I'm actually just going to hold back because I literally had to crew it that way because I was out of creatures. So Kuga, you've got a 7/7 Ruhan, and John, you've got a 4/5 weatherlight.
Sure.
I will block with my Scythe Claw Raptor.
I will
That's
not block the weatherlight because I don't have any more flyers.
Okay, and when that deals combat damage, I look at the top 4 cards. Cards of my library. I can reveal a historic card from among them and put it into my hand. 1, 4, 5.
A creature died, Morbid Opportunist will trigger on withdrawal.
None of these are great.
And Ygra will get even bigger.
Ygra will get bigger. It's at this point, it's no real point.
It beyond a certain point,
Yeah.
it's enough.
Doesn't matter.
It's like
I'm just glad Ygra is Golgari, so you can't like fling it. Or,
Yeah, I will reveal.
although you could have Gerard.
I should probably run fight spells. Really, that's what I should do.
You should run Gerard in there.
Yeah, I will reveal a Fleet Wheel Cruiser. It is a 4-mana 5/3 vehicle with trample and haste. When it enters, it becomes an artifact creature until at end of turn, and it's got a crew 2. So that goes to my hand. The rest of these go on the bottom. So now I move to second main. I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4. To cast that Fleet Wheel Cruiser, which will create another servo off of Saheeli. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff, but it's a lot of little crap. So,
But it's a lot of chump, it's a lot of chump blockers is the
I
problem.
mean, actually, in terms of chump blockers, I only have 1, 2. I have 2 blockers right now, so I'm wide open.
How many servos?
Yeah. 2, but one of them I used to crew the mobilizer deck. So yeah, that's all I can do. I will pass the turn, and I accept my death, gentlemen.
Okay, untap. I will draw 2, lose a life from that. Okay. Alright. First things first. I'm gonna tap 2. I'm gonna cast a Wear Down. I'm gonna gift the card to Koga. And I'm gonna
I
target
appreciate that.
Unwinding Clock and Roaming Throne. I will pay the ward cost for Roaming Throne.
Oh, that's rude.
Hey, before you do that, I need Roaming Throne to help you on my turn. I will send nothing at you. I just need that around.
The Dracosaur is gonna trigger drop 4.
Yeah, I know, but nothing's going John's way. He is not the target right now.
Uh,
Artifacts if you want to hit one.
Sure, I'll get rid of the Mobilizer mech.
Parhelion.
Oh, Parhelion, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, that's fine. God, I've never gotten that thing to land.
Alright. Then I will not pay the ward costs for that then. Okay.
First time I played this deck, I was able to cheat it out with Ovia.
I kind of thought having the Vault of Catlacan and would make it like more palatable, and no, when it hits the graveyard, it still actually sucks.
Alright. I'm gonna play Ravenous Squirrel. I'll create
Winding Clock? What did that ever do to you?
I'll create a tap treasure token with the Ravenous Squirrel entering. Let's see. I will play land for turn. Play a Mudflat Village. I'll immediately tap that for Bone Cash Overseer. I'll gain 2 life. Okay. Then I'm going to tap 5 for a Coiling Rebirth. I'm going to target the Gilded Goose. Then, so then I will gift the card. I'll gift the card to Koga again. So I'll create a copy of it. So I'll have a copy of Gilded Goose, that's a 1/1. And then that will create me 2 more treasures. So now I have 2 flying blockers.
Now that I think of it, I'm surprised Unwinding Clock wasn't a game changer.
Right. Okay. So now this is a treasure. It's tapped. Sure, can't be used right now. What to do? And then I get 2 more food. Let's go 4. I could do.
You know, I would like to organize my board, but shit, I don't know how I would do that.
Right.
I just spit a bunch of shit out here. I don't even know what it all does.
I am going.
That's the downside with artifacts and why I don't
yeah.
play my side deck on streams or on spell table. Is because it
Yeah.
just clutters the board too much.
I'm gonna cast. I'll tap 2 for Plumb the Forbidden, and I'm going to sack the Ravenous Squirrel to copy it. So I'll get a Morbid Opportunist trigger, and then I will lose 2 life and draw 2 cards.
Okay, John's problem now.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
We just keep handing the torch over to every other person. Hey, you can be the problem now. Except, sorry, Kuga. You do only have a Roman.
Okay.
Just Roaming Throne and Dracosaur alone is a lot.
They're good, but I've never been super scared of you. Like you could probably kill me, but I've never been like, oh yeah, that's a problem.
I'm gonna pay 2
I'm
life.
sorry. You killed my mobilizer mech, right?
2, 3.
Parhelion.
Yeah,
That's what it was. Okay. Sorry.
3. I'll create 6 mana for with Hazel.
Gross.
Yeah, we use 3 of that for Decanter of Endless Water.
Oh, that's a good card.
I'm gonna use 2 of that
Love that,
for a Peerless Recycling. Oh, maybe I should have done that different. Oh well. I'm gonna get the Ravenous Squirrel back in my hand. I thought I sacrificed the Gilded Goose. It's fine. Use the other one for the Ravenous fucking Squirrel again. And then
I just would like to know I can tap Vault of Catlacan for 22 right now.
that's crazy. That's an insane amount of minas.
But they're all crappy artifacts, if that helps. None of them are good anymore. They're just kind of there.
So really, it stinks because all I've got really is tap. No, I'm not gonna tap All right, I'm gonna go to combat. Shoot. Spectra. I'm gonna attack you with a 59. No keywords.
Would you like the brain power in this game to drop significantly?
I don't care, dude. Whatever.
Because I don't see a way I can win with cards in hand, and I don't have any card draw, so I might just let it through.
Hey.
Probably
You
up
know.
to you.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? I will take it because I don't have any viable option, and I don't want to keep having this be a lock because I don't want to do it. So I will declare no blocks
Okay.
on Ygra, and I
Okay.
will get munched by a cat.
Yeah, that's the only time that has ever happened. So I'll go to my
I'm here for you.
I'll go to my end step. I will create another copy of Gilded Goose to create another food and another flyer. Importantly,
That wheel didn't do me any good.
yeah, and then that's it. I pass.
Right. Oh, Spectre, when you die, your battle goes with you.
God, I gave you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sitting
And
right
nobody
here.
ever attacked.
Never attacked it.
I just straight forgot I gave it to you. I was there for the Thopter, and that was all I needed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit.
Gentlemen, that was a good game, and I'm not trying to give up. I just don't want to lock a board down and be stupid.
That's fair.
Bonehorn's gonna trigger twice, so we're gonna hit a forest, a wooded foothills, joined shields, and a mountain. Hey, well, look, I see where all my lands went.
Well, there you go.
You get three. So you get 3 dinosaurs and a treasure.
Yes.
That seems like an okay transaction.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Going throne is just a dinosaur. That's gonna build a board very, very quickly.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll get to the point where I can give Ygra a trample, and then it. Oh man.
Would you say you're eager? Nah, that's not right.
I'm eager for Ygra to get trampled.
Oh, just toss a Rancor in there.
I know. I need Garrick's Uprising. I need Rancor. There's a few things. I haven't tweaked the deck since I built it. So
I also think throwing Gerard in there would be really funny.
This is the stack of cards that I had in play in this game at some point.
that's absurd.
Because here's my hand. This is the number of items I had in play. That's goof o'clock.
Yeah.
Play mountain for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I am so sad that I can't entwine the spell that's in my hand.
What is that?
Oh, that sounds like a.
What is it called?
Oh,
Tooth
I had
and
the name.
nail
Tooth
or
and
something?
nail.
Tooth and nail. That's it.
Yeah. I was one mana short. I was hoping to hit one more non-land card from the Bonehorde Dracosaur so that I could actually do it.
Mm,
I was like, I know what card that is. Why am I blanking on the name? But yeah.
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 You know what card is like really crazy with roaming throne on the field? Roxanne. That card is nuts.
Oh,
Each token mana rock gives you 3 mana instead of and then it creates 2 meteorite. It's crazy. I love it.
that's nasty.
You know what card is insane with roaming throne on the battlefield? Anything that has a
I was almost every card. Yeah.
Hey, but it's one you don't think
except-
about. People forgot Roxanne existed.
Except for Giada, Font of Hope, because I
That's
wanted
true.
to put that in there, and then that's not a triggered ability, so it doesn't work. And I was so sad. I was glad I found that out before I bought one, but I was very sad when I found that out.
I think the 2 decks it does the most work for me in are my Prosper deck, because then he gets to exile 2 things and make 2 treasures. And my Sidar Jabari Knights deck, because then he gets to draw discard twice and reanimate 2 things.
Oh, man. Yeah, but no, it's not a game changer. It's fine.
Not a game changer, no.
How does roaming throne work with imminence abilities? Is it double
Triggered
those?
ability.
Oh.
If a trigger ability of another creature you control of the chosen type triggers,
you don't
it triggers
control.
an additional time.
Yeah.
So
So
if
as long as
eminence
the
is happening from the
as long as
command zone, no. If eminence is happening from the battlefield, yes.
All right. That's good to know, because I just got the Edgar I traded an Emrakul for in the mail.
So who would have thought the one ability that's fair with Roaming Throne is Eminence? Go figure.
Right. I haven't looked at my Roaming Thrones in forever, so I don't know exactly how it's worded. So
I even used to have Roaming Throne in my Shieldred deck just so every card would be 4 damage and 4 life.
yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I run it in my Lord of the Nazgul deck so that every instant and sorcery makes me 2 Wraiths.
That's pretty good. Yeah, Roaming Thrones is crazy. I have like 3 of them that I pulled from my Ixalan boxes. They're just like in decks that came out around Ixalan. And I don't play those decks a lot, so I don't see my Roaming Throne.
My brag when it comes to like Magic investing and stuff is when Ixalan was first announced, I pre-ordered 7 foil copies of Roaming Throne for like $6 each.
Oh, that's crazy. That's awesome.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm sorry, Kogo. We've kind of just talked during your turn. What's going on?
You're
bud?
good. You're good. So unfortunately, I'm 1 mana short of doing the crazy thing. So I'm just gonna do the tooth and nail, to grab 2 creatures,
Six
which
fuckers.
would have been so scary because of
Those are sick dinosaur tokens.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna just show what I was gonna do. Galta and Mavrin.
That's a good card. I love that card.
And the other Galta that lets you dump all your creatures.
Oh,
Sakama Primal Calamity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Had I been able to entwine it, they both would have hit the battlefield. And then that would have triggered Pantlaza.
Yeah.
How many blockers do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blockers.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I need a way to get my tokens trampled.
Yeah, I've got 3 flyers now, and a bunch of stuff on the ground.
Yep. These dinosaurs can't attack. I'm just going to send these 3 over at Nerd.
So it's a 4/4, a what?
4/4, a 4/4, and a 5/5. The 5/5 is in the air.
First strike.
Alright, I will
Take it all.
lock the 5/5 with a stopper.
Yeah.
I don't have to think at all right now.
I will crew the Mighty Servant of Luco to block the Roaming Throne.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will toss a soldier in front of Pantlaza.
Alright. Roaming Throne will die. Ygra will get bigger.
Ygra will get bigger.
And, yeah, two of my creatures are dying as well.
So Ygra gets bigger by 6. A Morbid Opportunist will trigger it, and I will draw. And then, so Ygra is...
John has been sneaky drawing a lot of cards with the last couple of...
I can't do anything with him, really, so, you know...
Yeah.
There's
I'm
not
gonna
a lot
move to end step and discard this Knight of the Stampede.
My turn?
Yep.
Alright, untap.
See, really, I have like ways to make squirrel tokens, and I'm not seeing... That's the thing with this deck. I called it Ygra, Eater of Squirrels, because I have so many ways to make squirrels in this deck, and I have not ever drawn a way to make squirrel tokens while playing this deck. It's not happened.
Fortified Village, which will enter tapped because I do not have a land to reveal. I'm going to tap the Soul Ring to sack the Buried Ruin to return Unwinding Clock to my hand.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's not great.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap 4, replay the Unwinding Clock.
Oh, so those counters are not on Morbid Opportunist.
Actually,
Never mind the fact that there's also an Academy Ruin, so even if it gets blown up again,
Yeah,
you can do
right.
it again.
I'm going to tap 4 creatures to cast the Unwinding Clock.
Oh, because they still all have Convoke?
Yes,
Nasty.
they all still have Convoke, and they're also...
Yeah. Yeah, that rules.
Alright, we're going to go... Sorry, I'm just trying to decide what to play.
No, you can...
Alright, I'm going to tap Path of Ancestry and a Plains. I'm going to cast Miriam Herd Whisperer. I'll scry one with Path of Ancestry. I'll put that on the bottom. So that will make me another soldier. So as long as it's my turn, mounts and vehicles I control are hexproof, and whenever a mount or vehicle I control attacks, I put a +1/+1 counter on it.
Mhm.
So now I'm going to tap the soldier to crew the smuggler's copter. And I'm going to tap Alistair to crew the mighty servant of Luco. I'm going to move to combat. Kotori is going to give the mighty servant of Luco trample and vigilance. Or, sorry, lifelink and vigilance. And the servant, the smuggler's copter, all 6 soldiers, and the thopter are all going to go at Koga. Smuggler's copter and mighty servant Luco will both get +1/+1 counters.
Okay, shoot.
So that's a 7/7 trample, a 4/4 flyer, a 1/1 flyer, and
What was that last bit? 'Cause you cut off.
sorry, 6 1/1s.
Okay, so with 3 toughness to block, I die.
You do, but you can kill off 3 of my 1/1s if you want.
That would be called king making, and I'm not about to do it. So
That is-
pass.
I mean, that's not called king making.
No, it's not, because they're all going to untap it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, in response to the attacks, I'm going to cast Deadly Dispute. I will sack a food. Put
All right,
a
so I will
+1/+1
have.
counter on
So
this.
you're not blocking any of them?
Nope.
All right, so I will draw 1, 2. I will draw 9 cards.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So
GG's, gentlemen.
you're not king making, but here you are.
Well, so if I block the creatures, then Ygra just gets bigger. If I don't block the creatures, then he just has more attackers. So
Are you
either way,
That's why I
it
let
helps.
Kuga-
It
that's,
helps either one of you.
that's- that's why I let Ygra through, because I'm like, I'm not gonna block. If I'm gonna die anyways, I might as well just let it through and just let it be as small as it's gonna be.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah. Second main phase.
That's hilarious.
I will tap Miriam and an island for an arcane signet, which will make me soldier and a thopter. I will tap the soldier and the thopter for a talisman, which will make me a soldier and a thopter. And
See, aren't 2 artifact decks fun to play against?
Mm-hmm.
right, this is, to be fair, I wasn't expecting to have this much going on.
This game went a lot of turns
It
You
did.
did.
because everybody was able to put enough stuff up that's like, don't attack me. It's like, well, all right, I won't, and then we didn't
Yeah.
for a while.
All right.
So I'll tap the soldier and the thopter that I just made, plus the arcane signet and the talisman, and 2 lands for a Thunderhawk gunship, which will make me 2 Astartes warrior creature tokens, another thopter, and another soldier.
Mhm.
I think that's all I can do though.
Okay. In response, then I'm going to sacrifice a Gilded Goose to scry 1, trigger Morbid Opportunist. I will draw that, and then Ygra will get a little bigger. So will my Ravenous Squirrel. That's the one I care about right now. Because Ygra's. What's that?
What does Ravenous Squirrel do then?
Whenever I sacrifice an artifact or creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it's like a baby Ygra, but it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
squirrel. It's a squirrel. So It's like better.
And it's only when you do it.
Yeah.
I think I am out of gas at this point.
Yeah, but you're about to untap with everything.
You are about to
That's
untap
the- I
everything.
think-
That's gonna be crazy.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 12 cards in hand,
Yep.
so I will discard that.
Out of gas.
12 cards in hand, out of gas. Huh?
I meant for this turn.
Yeah.
I meant for this turn.
Oh, okay. It's like
2,
Right.
3,
I had 4 lands and said, I'm peacing out. You've got 12 cards in hand. Huh?
4, 5. So I will discard Rip Spawn Hunter, Guidelight Pathmaker, 2 lands, and my Game Changer, Trouble in Pairs.
Very nice.
That's a good one.
It is. I like to draw cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I pass the turn.
Okay. You'll untap.
And I will untap all of this.
Right. Okay.
So I have 10 total soldiers,
I will draw for turn.
4 total.
And then I will lose a life and draw for the other thing. Okay, I will play a forest.
John, if you had Toxrill, now's the time to play it.
Right. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna tap 3. Because all the card draw is problematic. I got Uranus' Monument off the
Yes.
Morbid Opportunist trigger. So my green spells are reduced by 2, my green creatures. So I'm going to tap 2 for a Corpseberry Cultivator. At the beginning of combat, I can forge. Whenever I forge, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Trigger. So I'll give Ygra +2/+2 and trample until end of turn.
Yep.
It's happening.
Yeah.
I
That thing.
You know what's wild is it might absolutely be, but I'm actually not 100% convinced that's enough.
Beastmaster Ascension. I'll play that.
I give another +2/+2 and trample.
Yeah, I'll give it to the Ravenous Squirrel because why not?
How big is that now?
It will be a 5/5. Also,
Okay.
I will get +1/+1 counter on Golly Greeters for the Cultivator. Cultivator. I'll tap 5 for a odd Acorn Gang. So Menace, Trample, Reach, 5/5. I will give Ygra another +2/+2 and Trample.
So that's currently 70 power.
71 power, yeah.
Okay, that might be lethal.
Yeah. I will attempt to go to combat. Well, before that, I will tap this, pay 1 life because I have sacrificed food. Or I will go to combat, activate this. I will sacrifice the food. Ygra will get a little bigger, so with the squirrel. Then I'll activate this to pay life and draw a card. Ooh, it doesn't have
We got a
haste.
14.
I'm down to 15. Already paid the life before. Okay, so Ygra just got 2 bigger as well. So I'm gonna go to combat.
73.
So I'm gonna send 73 at you, and then a 6/6 at you, both with trample.
Okay, so this is gonna be funny.
Mm-hmm.
The Various Protection.
No, I'm gonna swords Ygra.
You have to sacrifice 2 things to do that. 2
I will
creatures.
sacrifice 2. I will sacrifice 2 soldiers.
Okay. Okay, so I'll go up. I'll gain. So that triggers. So Ygra. So 70.
4 more.
70. Fuck. 73. Something like that.
I think 75.
75. I'll gain.
You'll gain 70.
It was 73, but in order to target it,
So it'll be
you have to
77.
sacrifice 2
77.
things. So it would
77.
And then you said the other one The 6/6
Yeah.
with trample.
Yes.
Anything else? Just trample.
Yeah, just trample.
All right. I will crew the Mighty Servant of Luco, which is a 7/7,
Sure.
and
So-
block it.
All right. So 4 damage. So let me gain my life. So 77, 87,
92.
90 freaking 2. Okay. All right.
And how
I
many
will-
blockers do you have?
And a lot. Okay. So I will sacrifice this to Woe Strider to scry 1. Oh wait. Reverse artifact or creature. Yeah. Okay, that works still. This has actually got a +1/+1 counter on it too. And then I will sacrifice.
I'm gonna tap the arcane signal.
So I'll sacrifice the Gilded Goose to get another +1/+1 counter. So it is,
I apologize, Spectra and Koga, but I had to do.
yeah. So it's now a 9/9.
Oh, good.
What's now a 9/9?
The Ravenous Squirrel.
Oh, okay. So I'll take 2 from it,
Yeah, and then
and my Mighty Servant of Luco will die.
and then you'll lose a life from the Wicked roll token.
Sure.
Okay. So now, go to main phase 2.
Did you already draw off the deaths from Morbid Opportunist?
I don't think so.
I think you already drew something from Orbit Opportunist, didn't you?
No, that was at the end of the last turn. It was a land, anyways.
Because you sacrificed something or
I saw him sacrifice. I didn't see him draw off. I saw him sacrifice to scry and then not draw.
Okay, it didn't matter. It's just land. Let's see. So now I have 2, 4, 7.
the. Oh, I guess it's too late now, isn't it? Can I, before damage, can I make my Mighty Servant indestructible, or is it too late for that now?
I mean, we moved past that a while back, I think, but
That's
I
fine.
mean, I
That's
guess
fine.
you can.
It's dead. No, it's dead. It's dead.
All right. So I'll tap this. I'll pay 2 life. I will tap this. 3, 4, 5, 6. I will tap 1 more for 7. Ygra.
Yep.
Then at my end step, I will make another Wicked token for Ygra. So now it's a 7/7. Okay.
Thank you for replaying Ygra.
Of course. Of course.
That makes my stuff a lot bigger.
Yeah.
That's the end of your turn.
Yep.
All right. End of your turn. I will use the Academy runes to. Actually, do I need to do that? No, I don't need to do that. Never mind. Untap. All right. This should do it, I think. How many flying blockers do you have?
1.
Okay.
Well, I have a Reacher as well. 5, 2.
All right. I'll play a Vine Glimmer Snarl, revealing a Hallowed Fountain, so it comes in untapped. Yeah, I think we just do this. I will tap the Hotshot mechanic to crew the Thunderhawk gunship. So when it attacks, attacking creatures I control gain flying until end of turn. So I will attack you with everything, and I will activate Alistair.
Yep. All right. That's it. Good game. What a
Vehicle
game, guys. Let's
adjacent cards.
Yeah,
let's
great game, everybody.
Let's sign off. We'll
GG.
start with Spectra. If you do have anything you want to show, feel free to throw it out there. Yeah, we'll start with you, and we'll go around the table, and then I will find somebody to raid if there is anyone.
That's the first game. The second
Hello,
one.
everybody. I am Spectra. You can find me everywhere at some combination of either Spectra Sean or Spectra MTG. Nothing to show at the moment. Chicago Con was the biggest thing that I had coming up, but I'll be here guesting on this stream, guesting on other streams. I'm basically a pod filler. So if you ever need anybody to fill a stream pod, let me know. Hit me up, and I'd be happy to be on. Thank you all, gentlemen, for the game. I think I've played with everyone here before, but thank you so much for the great game, and you guys have a good night.
Awesome, man. You too. All right, nerd. You got anything you want to yell about?
No, I don't stream or anything. I am also. I just fill in when people need it, and I like playing Commander with cool people. Happy to show off my decks when I can, because I like to think I make pretty cool decks. So, it was fun. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. All right, and last and not least, we have COVID.
All right. Thank you again, John, for having me, everybody. I am Koga MTG officially. I am beginning a rebrand. So my Twitch and Blue Sky are now Koga MTG instead of Koga 828. I'm going to try and start streaming a bit more often, but like Spectra and Nerd, I am also a pod filler for the moment. But I had a great night gaming with you guys, and I hope I can do it again sometime.
Yeah, sure.
All right, and as always, I'm John. I run the channel Chaotic Commander, and I will be streaming next Friday. So I will see you guys then. I hope everyone had a good time. This was a fun, albeit long game, but
Yeah.
we are gonna go.
I think what we learned from me and Spectre is that vehicles can be.
Yeah, vehicles can be crazy. But we're gonna raid Baggins 3Z. They're playing some Magic the Gathering, so let's go show their chat some love, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.